water has come from the food we've eaten through those biochemical pathways, ATPase, generation of ATP in water, hydrogen connecting with oxygen. Okay, that water can transfer the proton through light, the hydrogen, travels onto an amine. Okay, so in dopamine, we have an NH2, right? The structure of the ring, and then it has an NH2 group. Yep. When the NH2 group becomes protonated, that means it gets a hydrogen attached to it. It goes to NH3+.
Yep.
Okay. The hydrogen on the geometry of the cross. So this is when that kind of spiritual connection is being brought forward. Okay. Christ on the cross, Passion of Christ, falls 3 times. In that atomic structure, we have 3 hydrogens. The hydrogen is in a position that it can deliver hydrogen through quantum tunneling into the monoatomic mineral. The monoatomic mineral, when it gets and receives hydrogen from water through amine to the monoatomic, creates an isotope. That isotope is unstable. It has a half-life. The half-life of that isotope is specific to that isotope, to that atom. When you go to sleep at night and you close your eyes, your body wants to return the number of protons and the number of neutrons back to an even amount in your monoatomic system in the subconscious mind. When it does that, a quark flips from up to down or down to up, releasing a photon of light that you're seeing as your dreams at night. Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's coming from the ability of hydrogen to be the only quantum atom in the periodic table, allowing it to be added to monoatomic systems coordinated to our neurotransmitters. Okay, so now we have a light-based hydrogen system for creating atoms through physics within the mind. So light first to create structure.
Yes.
Grows those atoms up the periodic table. They get more and more hydrogen put in. What does hydrogen contain? Well, 1 proton and 1 electron. What's in a proton? 3 quarks, 2 up, 1 down. What's in a neutron? 3 quarks, 2 down, 1 up. What's a photon of light? Up and down. A proton, 2 up, 1 down, plus the electron, right, in hydrogen. So we're dealing with 4.
But the basis is always the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, however you want to call that, which is, the geometry of the triad is the birthing of all matter. And
well, it goes from 2 by 2. The animals go in 2 by 2 in Noah's Ark. The 2 positron and electron is a pair, it's a photon. Quantum tunneling can only occur when hydrogen has no mass and no charge, when it's in a state of quantum tunneling, when the animals are going in 2 by 2. So in a sense, it goes from 2 by 2 to 3 to 1. That is the transformation, and it goes through a radical transition from light into a geometry that allows the Trinity to be created.
So isn't quantum tunneling the technology of time travel, that actually you are able to travel? So what you're saying is that at night we're being reset in time, in a neutral that kind of dissolves the past and allows a blank slate so we can create the future.
But remember the quark flipping to get back to stable again has changed which atoms are present.
So I'm in a parallel universe.
Well, that releases the light, and they're the dreams that you're observing at night. So we're growing based on during the daytime, having daytime biochemistry, using hydrogen from food, from light to create structure. Then in the mind at nighttime biochemistry turns on, which is all about regeneration, healing, returning back to balanced symmetry, inverted symmetry, every action having an equal and opposite reaction. So the restorative function at nighttime through hydroxy radicals, through the generation of melatonin as a great quencher for hydroxy radicals. So our apoptotic death regeneration system is built into that quantum entanglement distribution of all that information throughout the body in order to create what we need to create, where we need to create it, to create a holistic being.
So is there an immortality gene?
Well, when you go and time travel,
Yes.
and you go back 13.8 billion light years, and you see He the Father, you understand that there are 16 electrons. All your electrons are immortal. So when you live in the physics of your body, you become immortal. If you live in the biology of the body, you live and die through the biology.
Got it. So if you are aware as the spiritual being that you are, which is without time, without space, it just is, it has always been, then you are immortal. If you maintain that state in the body, you're turning on the information of that immortality. So what you're saying is that immortality, longevity, etc., it is not something, a substance that you'd ingest. It is a state of mind that we obtain, and it's based on the physics of the universe, basically 0 point energy. You call it the Father, the divine principle, the quantum, the mind of God.
Yeah, you become your God. In essence, you align to the universe because you understand how the universe works.